Hey, welcome. Today I want to show you how to make this super cute top, so stay tuned. So we're gonna need our yarn, then we need scissors, we need a needle, and we need our crochet hook. And this time I'm taking a 4mm crochet hook. I'm taking acrylic yarn. I actually don't recommend acrylic yarn usually, but this time on this project I really recommend using acrylic yarn. To start, we make a slip knot like this, and then we chain. And we chain so many that we can go comfortably around the waist. And it should be a multiple of 3. So here are my chains, and now we make a slip stitch and close this chain. So we go inside here, and then we just yarn over, we chain 1, and technically our work is already turned, so I don't need to do that. Now I go into every stitch with a single crochet, and I will see you when that's done. So now I am done with my row, and now I am closing my row with a slip stitch. So it's important that you look that it's not tangled somewhere. So now we chain 5. So now we skip 3 stitches when you count the first one, also, which you usually don't count. And then we make a double crochet into the next stitch. Go inside, and now we have this little rectangle that will be the mesh stitch. So now we chain 2, we ignore the next 2, and we go into the third stitch. So now we get these rectangles when we continue chaining 2, ignore 2, go into the third, chain 2, ignore, and then we make a double crochet into this one. So, and then it looks like this. Now we make the whole round, and I will see you again to show you how to close the round. Now we have this much left, so I'm chaining 2, then I'm going into this stitch, making a double crochet. I am chaining 2, and now I'm going inside the third stitch here of the chains, and I'm making a slip stitch to close it. Now we chain 5 again, and we are turning our work this time. So now we are yarning over to make a double crochet, and we do that into the double crochet from the row before. We are chaining 2 and going into this one with our double crochet, and this is how we get the mesh pattern. And we're continuing with that until we have 10 rows in total, and so we get the base for our top. So now I'm done with my 10 rows. It should look like this. from both sides. And now we're doing something different, but first we start with chaining 5. Then we're turning our work. I like to turn my work inside out while I'm going. So I'm putting it back like this. Okay, so now we chain 5. We go into the double crochet from before with a double crochet. And maybe it's not that different what we do first. So we continue with our patterns that we chain 2, then make a double crochet, chain 2, make a double crochet, but only until you reach the middle of the row. So now you can see that it's only from here at the front to here, also at the front, like this. There we have it. This is only at the front. Now we're doing something different because we don't continue. We don't make 2 chains now. We make 5. Now we are turning our work. We chained 5, we turned our work, and now we make a double crochet into the double crochet from the row before, and we continue like we did before. So we make 2 chains and a double crochet until the end of the row, and now we don't close our rows. Now we just keep on making the front part, and the back part will be open. We made 10 rows of the closed part, and now we are making 10 rows of only the front part. So this is how it should look like after the 10 more rows only in the front. And now we chain 5. And return our work. Now we are working on the first strap. So now we are making 4 mesh rectangles with chaining 2, then a double crochet, chaining 2 and a double crochet. Now we only chain 1 and make a double crochet into the other double crochet, like this. Doesn't look very much different, but we need this for our neckline. So now we chain 2 and return our work. We go into the double crochet with another double crochet, and there we already see our neckline. Now we make our 4 rectangles. And now we chain 5 again. Turn our work. Now we chain 1, and we go into the double crochet. Now we chain 2 and return our work. Now we make a double crochet and then we make 3 mesh rectangles. We chain 2, go into the double crochet, and then we chain 2 again and we go into the double crochet. So this is what will be our neckline when we also make the other strap, because it's a round neckline and it looks like this. We chain 5 and then we turn our work, and now we are making 3 mesh rectangles, and that will be the whole row. Now we have to make 15 more rows so that we have 20 in total. So this is what the top looks for me from the front, and this is the back. We are attaching the strap. So I like to count, and I like to count these rectangles, and then I ignore the first 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I start like this. Turn it upside down so I can start. I did not cut my yarn yet, so it's still attached. I like to go underneath both of the rectangles and take my yarn, make a single crochet. And then I do that 2 more times. And then I just do that on the next rectangle. So I am making 3 single crochets per rectangle. Like this. Then I chain 1. And I cut my yarn. And this will be the inside of the top. That's why we have a little seam here from our single crochets. But when you turn it inside out, that will not be visible, or not very much at least. So now we just have to weave in the end, this yarn strand, and then we have to make the second strap. It is pretty easy to weave in yarn here, especially with this type of yarn, because it's very fluffy and very forgiving. So now I go inside these stitches, and then I just put the needle inside there and just go the way back. Now I'm doing that a 3rd time so that the yarn is secured like this, and then I just cut it. So the first strap is done, and now we have to make the second one. So you make the strap exactly like you made the first one, but first we make a slip knot. Then I like to go into the corner and attach my yarn like this. So now we chain 5 and we go into the double crochet. So now we make 4 rectangles, just like on the other side. Now we chain 1, make a double crochet, we chain 2, and we turn our work. Now we go into the double crochet and make our 4 rectangles that we have here. Now we chain 5 and we turn our work. We make 3 rectangles, we chain 1 and make a double crochet, then we chain 2 and we turn our work. Then we make our rectangles. Now we chain 5 and then we make 16 rows of 3 mesh rectangles. And maybe you're wondering why we are making 16 now and we made 15 on the other side, but I showed you the first normal round there, so that was also 16 normal rows of this. When you've done that, then you attach the strap just like I showed you, and then I will show you the finished result. So this is how the top looks inside out. And this is how it looks from the front and on the right side. I still have this much yarn over from my original yarn ball, so you don't need much yarn for this top. It's really cute. It's a crop top. And yeah. So this is the finished version. This is how it looks. I really like it. I made it in like 25 colors and with different yarns, then it comes out different every time. So that's really cool and really cute, and yeah. So thank you for watching. Bye.